Here we are again with another episode for Reckless Nevs. In this episode, we're going to be painting the 240. If you watched one of my other videos, we painted my girlfriend's car, the Toyota Corolla. Came out pretty solid. We did a cheap rusto video for that car. It was, $50, paint and sandpaper done, a little bit of can primer. But on the 240, we're going to be doing a similar setup, cheap paint, cheap gun, but we are going to be priming the whole car. We're going to be doing a lot more body work if there's any low spots. So after once we get sanding, if there's any low spots, we're going to bondo those. Whole car is going to be primed, whole car is going to be sanded. It's going to be, a little bit nicer than last time. More sanding between coats if possible. Just want a slightly better end result than the Corolla, but it did turn out really well for what it was. This time we're just going to take the extra little steps to get stuff done. But I just wanted to give you guys the intro of the video, so let's get started. Alright, so I wanted to show you guys, I'm using Rust-Oleum again. It's going to be safety yellow, oil-based paint. I'm going to be using 320 and 400 to start the sanding process with my Craftsman sander. We will be spraying with a small compressor again and the Harbor Freight special cheap gun. I don't have any more of the high grade sandpaper. I'm going to have to buy some more. I have to go buy a gallon of primer as well, so I'll hopefully remember to shoot that in a different video, or same video, different part. Anyway, I just want to show you guys that's what we're using. All right, this is where we're at with the 240 paint job. Whole car sanded down. Did have a pretty big dent here. Tried to do our best with some Bondo and primer. It's not going to be perfect. I just want you guys to know I am not a professional at this. This is, just a hobby. I was taught the basics when I was younger, but pretty much the majority of my skills are self-taught. So again, I'm not a professional, I'm not certified. This is just stuff I do for fun, my own garage at home. With that being said, car sanded. It was outside. I washed it all down with Dawn soap, scrubbed it, air sprayed it off. It's gonna get one final wipe with a tack cloth to try to get any dust and debris off of it. Then we're gonna shoot primer. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do 1 or 2 coats of primer yet. We're kind of gonna see how the first coat starts to tack up, and if it doesn't look so hot, I'm going to put a second coat on it today. Then tomorrow be sanding, and hopefully we can shoot final coats tomorrow, 2, 3 coats tomorrow, and be done. This is taking longer than intended. The weather hasn't been cooperating. It's been raining. It rained for like 7 days straight. Even today it was supposed to rain, but it didn't, so I had a chance to get it outside, wash it down, bring it back in. If you watched my previous video, we did use Rusto black for my girlfriend's car, but this time I am going to use primer. I'm still using the cheap gun, the small compressor. Only thing that's changed this time is I do have a pressure regulator to keep an eye on my pressure since I have a small compressor. And I did get a filter just to make sure I don't get any water or debris in it. I heard paint job came out pretty nice on the Corolla, but this is my 240. I do really care about this car, so I'm going to try to do it a little bit better. But at the end of the day, it is a cheap paint job, so however it comes out, is what it is. So let's get to mixing, and we'll shoot primer. Wish me luck. So we got the car primed. I started sanding a couple areas. Had quite a few issues with the gun and the pressure, and I was about, trying to make a clean pass in the very beginning to get going, and gun started spitting. We were losing pressure. I thought it was a regulator. I had to basically mess with the whole system, got it spraying again, but by then it was kind of too late. It was spitting here, there, all through here. You can see the drips on the ground. Like I would hit and then shoot down because it was, being horrible. Anyway, so we got the car primed. This side didn't come out as smooth either. You can see it's real blotchy everywhere, but we're just gonna run with it. I'm gonna sand it all down, clean it up, and started sanding some spots to see, if it would be good enough, but it feels pretty good. So I'm sand the whole car down, and then hopefully spray yellow today. I'm gonna spray one coat, wait about 30 minutes till it starts tacking up, and I'm gonna spray it again really quick. I'm not gonna put a third coat onto it today. I know some people put, all 3 coats in one day, but it is rusto. And after 2 coats, I'm gonna go through and see if there's any huge defects in case I have to wet sand, because I don't want to wet sand after my 3rd coat and then have touch up. It's better just to I'm gonna do 2 coats today, do the final coat tomorrow if there's no imperfections, and that'll be it. I'm using a block and 400 grit. I don't want to go crazy with the actual palm sander and end up sanding too much off. I did part of the roof earlier, and I was just doing that by hand without a block, and it was coming out really nice. So I'm just going to put the work in and just do the whole car by hand. It shouldn't take long. Okay, so the good news is the car's yellow. 2 light coats and she's yellow. The bad news is there is just so much wrong with it. There is runs, there is really bad orange peel. Yeah, the gun wasn't cooperating. I thought it was an air pressure issue. It was, but it wasn't. Basically, I'm pretty sure it was the hole that goes in the top of the gun, gravity feed. I think it was clogged because it was spitting real bad, and I thought I wasn't getting proper pressure, so I'm messing with the gun, messing with the compressor. Finally got it to work a little bit when I kept taking the cap off. That's what it was, didn't have proper airflow. So I fixed the hole, but by the time that happened, I had already diluted the paint slightly more because I thought maybe it wasn't mixed properly. And so I have runs everywhere. I have orange peel super bad. And this fender, this whole side of the car, orange peel, madness, just madness. The hood came out decent, the roof came out decent, and this side is when I tried to add more fluid because, well, add more mineral spirits. I thought maybe it was too thick, that's why I was getting orange peel so bad. And then as you can see back here, it's mostly right here, but this rear fender, rear quarter has just like 4 different lines of just runs, and then it has orange peel above it. So anyway, I'm gonna call it a day. I doubt this is gonna dry in time, and you know, enough for me to start sanding it. Yeah, it's still tacky. Yeah, there's just no way. I mean, like I said, the hood came out pretty good for 2 coats. You know, it's a little, some gray areas, but there's no orange peel, no runs. Same with the roof. Crazy orange peel on the other side, and then this side, like I said, I started getting runs once I did dial in the gun. So front bumper is iffy. I have a run right there. You know, I don't know if you guys can see it in the video, but crazy orange peel. Yeah, you can see it. Crazy orange peel. Like, never seen it that bad. When I did her car, the Corolla out there, I didn't have any of these, you know, not nearly these kind of problems. I was hoping it would go as smooth as it did before, but we'll see. Okay, everybody, just want to apologize in advance. My camera, well, my GoPro is what I record with, it froze when I was doing my final coat. I didn't know. I thought it broke completely. As I was saying, I just want to apologize. The car is done. I did end up putting 4 coats on it. Did a wet sand. I didn't record the wet sand. I tried to record the last coat. Camera froze. So here we are. Here's the reveal. Here's the car. Came out pretty good. Nothing crazy. Definitely has a lot of, I won't lie, has a lot of orange peel in certain areas. I tried to show you in the video, but I ended up upgrading to a Spectrum spray gun because the cheap one I was using wasn't working. It was spitting a lot. I went back to buy another cheap one because I was like, you know, maybe it was just didn't have enough life left. We ended up getting the Spectrum. It shot beautifully. It is like a $150 gun, so was quite a bit of money I didn't really want to spend, but you know, here we are. It came out pretty decent, you know, for what it was. I just hope you guys all enjoyed the video. I did my best to record it. Hopefully in the future, you know, we'll upgrade what camera I'm using. Maybe that'll help out. So if you like the video, like it, subscribe. There'll be more videos to come on this car and possibly more projects. You know, we have a long list of stuff to do still. Coilovers and installing the manual transmission we have in the garage, and things like that.